Were you guys aware that the Celtic Singularity team started a new contest about adding a new branch to the tree, like by yourself? Well, I decided to participate in this. Well, originally I hadn't actually planned on participating, but I got the idea of what if I were to add history to it. So here in the background you can see my early sketches for it, but here I decided to try something a little bit different with writing down all the nodes I was gonna add. Also, as you can see, these nodes are sectioned, and those sections would later end up also being incorporated in the later pictures. Actually, I think we should just skip to those right now. Okay, this first one is really simple. It's just the Bronze Age. The beginning of the Bronze Age and the end of the Bronze Age with ancient Egypt and ancient China. As well as the Sea People, those are new here. Also, because these are supposed to be a new branch, I made them connected, like how paper and gunpowder are ancient China and all the Egyptian stuff is ancient Egypt. But the Hittite and Sea People are not connected to anything, at least right now. For the second one, I started off with the Iron Age, starting off with ancient Greece and some other stuff. Oh yeah, this is the time of Alexander the Great and the Achaemenid Empire, which I'm just gonna call Persia in this, but... Okay, this one is the continuation of the Iron Age, but it's about Rome this time. Like Julius Caesar, the Punic Wars, the conquests of the Macedonian successor states, and even Carthage is in this, all leading up to the Roman Empire. It also continues with China, with Confucianism this time and the cycle of Chinese dynasties. I thought that might be fun. Yeah, this is also Rome, but it's like a split Rome with the Byzantine Empire and West Rome. The favorite node I added in this one has got to be neither Holy nor Roman, which leads up to the Holy Roman Empire. It's just a little funny historically because they weren't. I also added France and Britain, which leads up to the 100 Years' War, because it's 100 years, that's pretty important, right? This next slide is more focused on the Vikings and the Kalmar Union. It also includes the Tsardom of Russia with the Mongol Empire and the Kievan Rus. Oh yeah, it also includes the fall of Byzantium and Constantinople, leading up to the Ottoman Empire. That might be fun. Okay, this one is gonna be pretty short, but it's the discovery of the Americas with the Treaty of Tordesillas with the Spanish and Portuguese Empire. I also decided to include the British Empire with the 7 Years' War here. Obviously, I had to include the fact that the British Empire became a hyperpower after this war. I may have called the last one short, but this one is really short. It's just the Great Northern War. If you don't know, the Great Northern War is when the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, Tsardom of Russia, and Denmark-Norway teamed up against the Swedish Empire. And the Tsardom of Russia ended up becoming the Russian Empire after this. Okay, I might have gotten a little bit too carried away in this, but this one is all about the Napoleonic Wars. As you can see, there's like 4-5 things about Napoleon, like just about where Napoleon got exiled to in this. This one includes the Opium Wars as well as the Scramble for Africa with the Otto von Bismarck and the unification of Germany. We also get some of the chemical weapons appearing in this, like mustard gas and chlorine gas. Also thought it might be fun to include the Geneva Convention after this. This one is about the First World War. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it a generator or just a 3D node, but I decided on making it a generator. Seeing as it's the First World War, we have the top players like the German Empire, British Empire, and French Empire. I didn't exactly include the USA, but I included the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire, as well as the segment of Europe, which is also the Ottoman Empire, and the Treaty of Versailles, because that's pretty important. So in the Great Northern War one, I was talking about getting carried away, but this one I really got carried away. You see how much I made just for the Second World War? Like, it starts off with the Austrian man, then it just goes up to the Anschluss, Munich Agreement, his invasion of Poland, and then the 3D node, which is the Second World War. And it goes to the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, the Winter War, the invasion of the Soviets, German-Japanese relations, which leads up to the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, as well as the establishment of Vichy France and the occupation of France. Okay, this one here is the last one, as it goes into the modern age and even the future with speculative World War III. But it starts with the looming threat of communism, then goes up to the Cold War, then the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and finally just one for World War III, question mark. Yeah, I decided to add a question mark because, well, it's speculative. I kinda want to apologize for not posting like at all.